Okay, we're going to start a new project, and we'll just call it the new project slideshow. It's a slideshow of the Gettysburg Address, but that will start off. That will be fine. At this point, you should know that doing a slideshow with images from the internet is different than the other activities that we've done. What we had to do is we have to tell Premiere Pro what the end result is, or what we want to do. So we're going to create what's called a sequence, basically defining what we want Premiere Pro to end up with. And at this point, I'm going to go down to the available presets, click on HDV for high definition video, and click on 720 30 P30, and this will create a sequence and tell Premiere that that's what we want to end up with, even though we're ending up putting stills in. You can see the sequence down here in the project window. At this point, I'm going to go and import. I have a whole folder of Civil War images. I click on the folder, click on Import Folder, and all the Gettysburg Address pictures are in there that we'll use. Now, one more thing, File, Import. We actually want to import the speech. And here is the speech. Okay, so we have the Gettysburg Address. Before you do slideshow, there's a couple things that you need to set up. First of all, you need to set up a time that you want the pictures to automatically go from one to another. And that goes to Edit, Preferences, General. And right here, Still Image Default Duration. It's typically 3 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds, but for this instance, we're going to set it for 6. So if it's not set for 6 on your computer, set that for 6 and click OK. Then, what we're going to do is we have to set up a default transition for the images. And what that means is that I'm going to go to Effects, Video Transitions, Dissolve. Here's Cross Dissolve. Now I'm going to right click on the Cross Dissolve and set the Cross Dissolve as the default transition. That means when I import all of the images all at once, it will automatically put a transition between them. Now, at this point, I'm going to click on the folder Gettysburg Address, and right down here is an automate to use sequence. That means it will grab all the images in the Gettysburg folder and place them in the timeline automatically. So I'm going to click on that, automate to sequence, and everything is fine, so I'm just going to click OK. And you can see that the images all came up in the timeline. Now the only problem is that the images are not all full frame. So what we have to do is this. We have to take and just highlight all the images, right click, and scale to frame size. That means we're going to scale all the images so that they fit the frame that we set up, frame size that we set up in the sequence. So I'm going to click on that, and now that you can see all the images are pretty much full size. Okay. Now, as we've done before, I'm just going to makes this a little larger. What we need to do on the very first slide is put a title up here. We've done that a million times. Title, and I'm just going to leave it title 1. That's fine. I'm just going to cancel that. Just make sure we don't put it in that folder. I'm going to go to File, New, Title. Title 1 is fine. What we're going to do is that I want to put in a title. Gettysburg Address. Obviously, I want to make it a little bit smaller. So that it fits over here. I want to get rid of the red color. I'm going to also get rid of the stroke, and I'm going to decrease the slant to 0. Just straight forward title. Maybe make it just a little bit smaller. Center it, and we're good. Gettysburg Address. So you need to put a title on the first frame or first image. So here's our title. I'm just going to drag it over and put it on top of our first image. If you want to enhance the title more, that's perfectly fine. It's up to you. I'm going to just do this. At this point then, I'm going to take the audio, click on it, drag it over to our sequence. At that point, now that we have the audio in the audio track and the different pictures and the title, we're pretty much done. Admittedly, what I did is took some time and tried to match up some of the pictures with the narration of the speech. So at that point then, you can just play.
Fourscore and 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
So, after you construct this, take some time and listen to the speech carefully. So for this activity, that's what you need to do. The important part is use the write-up that I gave you with the project to make sure you take care of all the details, like the sequence, the timing, the standard video transition, and it will make your life a lot easier. Okay?